Welcome back to USA Legends Who Died channel. Today's episode is a heartfelt tribute to the remarkable talents we've said goodbye to in recent days. Join us as we celebrate their achievements and recap the stars whose lights continue to shine through their work. Before we dive in, please show your respect by hitting the thumbs up button. It's a small gesture that means the world in honoring their lasting impact. Thank you for being here. Joy Harmon was an American actress and entrepreneur born in 1940 in New York, whose legacy was defined by one of the most unforgettable moments in classic cinema. She rose to fame through her brief but iconic appearance in Cool Hand Luke in 1967, where her 3-minute scene became one of the most widely recognized moments of 1960s film. Harmon transformed from a young model and beauty pageant finalist into a familiar face of television and film, appearing on Broadway and Make a Million, working with Groucho Marx, and building a career that spanned more than a decade across dozens of series and multiple films. She demonstrated a steady presence in entertainment, working alongside major stars and remaining active throughout a highly competitive era of Hollywood. Yet behind that recognition was a quiet challenge. Despite a wide range of roles, she was often remembered for a single scene, leaving much of her work in the background. Instead of resisting this, she chose a different path, stepping away from the camera to build Aunt Joy's cakes, turning a personal passion into a lasting second career. If you appreciate these tributes to the stars who made Hollywood's golden years so special, we invite you to subscribe so we can continue sharing their remarkable lives together. As fans and historians look back at the celebrities who died today, Joy Harmon's story stands out as a reminder that true legacy is not defined by fame alone, but by the life one builds beyond it. Joy Harmon passed away on April 14, 2026, at the age of 87 due to pneumonia. Not every memorable actor chases the spotlight, and Bill Byrge was proof of that. Born in 1932 in Tennessee, he lived a quiet life, long before audiences ever recognized his face. His journey into film began unexpectedly when he was discovered and cast alongside Jim Varney, eventually becoming known as Bobby in the beloved Ernest comedy series. Across 7 films and a television show, Byrge created a character that stood out without needing many words, relying instead on expression, timing, and natural presence. Unlike many in the industry, Byrge never pursued fame. Even at the height of his recognition, he chose to continue working at the Metro Nashville Public Library, staying rooted in a simple, grounded life. That contrast became his defining strength. Though his career was modest in scale, it carried a unique charm that audiences remembered for years. While his name didn't often dominate the flashy headlines of celebrity news, he earned a loyal following through his authentic and humble approach to the craft. Bill Byrge passed away on January 9, 2025, at the age of 86, with his passing confirmed by family. His story reminds us that lasting impact does not always come from leading roles, but from authenticity, humility, and the quiet ability to make others smile. Breaking news. Barbara Eden is not simply a beloved face from television's golden years. She is the image of grace that kept glowing even when life kept asking her to dim. For millions, she will forever be the radiant Jeannie, smiling through magic and mischief with a light that seemed untouched by sorrow. But behind that unforgettable smile lived a woman shaped by separation, private grief, and losses so deep they could never be softened by applause. At 93, Barbara Eden stands not only as a legend of American television, but as a testament to the quiet courage it takes to keep loving life after it has taken so much away. Born Barbara Jean Moorhead in 1931, she entered a world already marked by instability. Her parents' marriage broke apart when she was still a very small child, and the security of a whole home vanished before she could even understand what had been lost. Poverty shadowed her early years, forcing her mother to make painful decisions that moved Barbara from one place to another in search of something steadier. Yet within that uncertainty, her grandfather became a source of warmth and reassurance, giving her the kind of tenderness that would remain in her heart long after childhood had passed. Those early years taught her a truth she would carry forever. Hardship may shape a life, but love can still keep it from breaking. As she grew older, music and performance became more than ambition. They became breath itself. Painfully shy, Barbara found the stage both frightening and freeing. Winning the Miss San Francisco title in 1951 gave her more than recognition. It gave her proof that being seen did not have to mean being hurt. Hollywood, however, was not kind. She was judged, dismissed, and measured by standards far narrower than her talent deserved. Still, she refused to let the industry define her worth. Role by role, rejection by rejection, she built a career through perseverance until I Dream of Jeannie transformed her into one of the most adored women on television. Her charm enchanted the world, but the success came with its own loneliness, because the brighter the image became, the more carefully she had to protect the woman behind it. Her private life brought pain that no audience could see. One early relationship ended in emotional devastation after the man she once loved reached a dangerous personal breaking point, leaving Barbara with a lifelong awareness of how fragile the human heart can be. Then came one of the cruelest losses of all. In 1971, while 8 months pregnant, she learned that her baby had passed before birth. She returned to work carrying unspeakable sorrow behind a famous smile, while postpartum depression settled over her like a shadow. No one around her fully understood. That grief placed an unbearable strain on her marriage to Michael and Sarah, and became one of the deepest wounds of her life. And still greater sorrow would come later with the loss of her son Matthew, a pain Barbara has described as the most devastating she has ever known. Even so, she did not allow grief to harden her spirit. She turned pain into compassion, offering comfort to other parents walking through similar darkness. In later life, she found peace in a quieter rhythm, living with her husband John Eichholz, staying active, meeting admirers, and protecting the legacy that brought joy to generations. She has faced age without surrender and heartbreak without bitterness. Barbara Eden's true legacy is not only the magic she brought to the screen, but the dignity with which she endured what life placed behind the curtain. If her story has ever touched your heart, let us honor her with gratitude and keep alive the memory of a woman whose light never stopped shining, even through tears. Dee Freeman was an American actress and storyteller born on June 6, 1959 in Louisiana, whose journey to the screen was anything but ordinary. Before stepping into acting, she served 6 years in the United States Marine Corps, a path that shaped the strength and discipline she carried throughout her life. She rose to recognition through roles in Sistas and The Young and the Restless, while also building an extensive career across dozens of television shows, including ER Dexter and NCIS Los Angeles. Freeman transformed from a military service member into a resilient performer, bringing authenticity and quiet power to every role she portrayed. Across a career spanning more than 2 decades, she appeared in numerous productions and starred in Pretty the Series from 2010 to 2015. Reflecting both versatility and dedication. Yet behind her steady success was a profound personal battle. Even while facing stage 4 lung cancer, she continued creating, developing a novel inspired by her one-woman show. Dee Freeman passed away on April 2, 2026, at the age of 66 after a courageous fight with cancer. Her story reflects strength, purpose, and a life lived with unwavering determination. If you believe these legacies deserve to be remembered, please consider subscribing to join us in preserving the stories of those who left an indelible mark on our hearts.